to a special Holiday Beers episode, part 2 of...
Brutal Battle. Deck the halls.
Okay. Yeah, you're in charge. Go for it. These are yours.
Okay. So, if you didn't listen to the last episode, we sampled 3 offerings of holiday beers. We're doing the same thing tonight. We have 3 holiday beers. Carlin will be tasting them blind. I know what they are. And that's it.
We're going to rank them. I'm going to add them into the ranking that we already created. So to give people the breakdown of what the current ranking is, in 3rd place is the Shiner Holiday Cheer, which is an ale brewed with peaches and pecans. In 2nd place is the Barrel Aged Christmas Ale by Great Lakes Brewing, which is ale with spices and honey aged in bourbon barrels. And the number 1 at the moment, surprisingly, is Flying Dog Brewing, the Friesen Season Winter Ale. That was a pretty easy sipper.
Which tasted more like a Meritzen than
yes,
a winter ale.
It tasted just like a Meritzen for the most part. But
okay.
All right.
So this is, or what are you calling this? D? Or are we back to A again?
Yeah, for the purpose of this, because we already revealed these 3, these will be A, B, and C for this episode.
So we got another A.
So then I think maybe I'll do it 2 ways, and we'll do like, this is my ranking for just these 3, and then I'll add it into...
Okay.
I'll rank them then after you reveal
times.
What they are into there.
Okay.
Into the other ones. Okay, cool. So let's go. These look very different.
Yeah, these are different.
Last episode, all 3 of them look pretty similar. These look pretty different, so that's cool. Although the first
2 look similar.
A looks like all the ones from the last episode.
It's like an amber brown, clear.
Yep, agreed. All right, smell.
It smells like crisp and clean.
It smells like a lager.
It does smell like a lager.
Ooh, yeah. Very crisp, very clean. But it has a nice, like, honey note to it. It has a hay note to it. I don't smell any Christmassy anything. Like, no pine, no spices. It just smells like clean.
This was another one. It's a holiday beer on the outside, but it's an interesting flavor. It's an interesting style.
There's a little fruity something when you take a really deep whiff. I'm trying to figure out what that is. It's very slight.
I think it sounds good.
It's got a sweetness to it, but it's not too sweet in the nose. There's a bit of a bitterness in there. It does smell good. I'm going to have to taste it to try and suss out that fruity note.
I like this.
Oh.
You like it?
Mm-hmm.
It's real easy.
This tastes like a dark lager.
Yeah.
Doesn't it? Like literally a dark lager minus the kind of like coffee roasty notes you can end up getting out of that.
Right.
And it's kind of more like the malt for it is, a little closer to like a brown sugar. Light brown sugar, because it's not very sweet.
Yeah. It's very clean, very crisp. You're eating the hay.
This is good.
Straw. Yeah.
This kind of strikes me as a beer that Trogs would put out.
We'll find out.
That's good, man. It's got a decent bitterness on the end of it. It definitely tastes very lager. If this is not a lager, I'm going to be pretty surprised because they got it so crisp and so clean, and it really does come off like a dark lager. It's really good. This is the holiday beer I want.
Okay. I got a variety of holiday beers, so there should be a holiday beer for everyone.
Obviously, geez, that one's pretty fantastic. Really.
Okay.
Pretty fantastic. Especially in comparison to the first 3. Okay, so A, doing really well. B.
Okay, B.
This one looks like very light brown. Kind of like golden-ish.
Still very clear.
Yeah, definitely.
When you look down, it's more clear.
I don't like the smell of this one. That is very honey. Oh, it's like sickly sweet smell. I don't like this. It's like medicinal. It smells like...
It's like
no, thank you.
Very holiday-y. It's like fruitcake.
Yeah, it's very fruitcake. It's got an orange note in there.
Mm-hmm.
Very syrupy.
I feel like I can't say too much because I know what it is.
There's definitely that medicinal note. Like, I'm thinking this could be a Belgian base. Like, I'm thinking a triple. Like, it smells like a Belgian triple. It smells a lot like Allagash, to be honest.
This is just so entertaining. Do this with your friends. Do blind tasting with your friends. This is so entertaining when you know what the beer is.
Yeah, but it's fun for people who don't know, too.
I know. Like, because I'm like, yes, no.
I'm sorry, that medicinal note just makes me think Belgian. It's definitely got that Belgian smell.
I'm definitely getting the fruitcake.
So
I'm getting the Belgian, but I'm also getting like a maltiness.
Yeah, honey.
Yeah.
That bit of orange. It's like dehydrated
cherry,
sweet orange, cherry, yep.
Like all those like candied fruits and nuts.
Yeah. I'm probably not going to like it.
Yeah.
But let's try it. Also, with how syrupy it smells, I'm not necessarily getting an astringency on the nose, but I'm thinking based off that
higher
syrupy
ABV?
smell, higher ABV probably.
Okay.
But here we go. There's a spice in there. There's spice in there.
Yeah, I can perceive a spice too.
The spice is fighting me on the way down, as in, like, it's kind of, I don't want to say burning my esophagus, but it's giving me that kind of, like, heat-type tingle, which you can get that from some regular spices that aren't, like, you know, peppers necessarily.
So it's a different burning than from, like, a higher ABV.
It's like mace. You know the spice mace?
Oh.
It's kind of like that. It's very honey. It's very syrupy and sweet. I mean, that medicinal note that was in the nose is definitely in the flavor. I gotta go Belgian. It tastes very Belgian.
Isn't my cup of tea.
Yeah, I'm not digging it so much, but who knows? For what it was supposed to be, this could be pretty well executed.
Right.
But kind of what you were saying, like a beer representation of a fruitcake in the flavor, that makes sense, just like it did for the nose. So
yeah,
it's interesting.
Yeah,
it's way too syrupy and sweet for me, to be honest.
Yeah.
Plus that medicinal note.
For me, it does remind me of the holidays, though. It's a holiday-esque beer.
Yeah, I mean, I think they achieved that. They definitely achieved that. Okay,
so the last one is dark.
I'm excited for this because it looks like a stout. Or porter. It actually looks a little lighter than a stout. It looks like porter, potentially. Which is very exciting for me. Probably you, too. Mm-hmm. All right, let's smell this. Ooh, chocolate, baby.
So, it's like hot cocoa. Like, there's like a sweetness and chocolatiness.
This smells like, kind of like Trogue's Grand Cocoa.
Okay.
Which is very cocoa driven.
You're really bringing up all the Trogues beers.
Yeah, I don't know why.
And last episode we were talking about Mad Elf.
Yeah, it's so.
I wanted to bring up when we were talking about Mad Elf. We were last year for Christmas we got a case for Carlin's mom because if you're a longtime listener, you know Carlin's mom was on the episode a while ago talking about her ham sauce.
Yep.
And she puts beer in her ham sauce, and she found the best beer is Mad Elf.
Yes. So, yeah, we hooked her up with I don't want to say lifetime supply, but many years because they don't drink beer. Although my mom always says when she makes her ham, she will drink what's left of the beer. So, and she did like the taste of Mad Elf. I get a slight peanut butter.
Back to this. I could see that.
It's like a proteiny, peanut buttery note to it, but mainly this is just bright cocoa chocolate. Yeah. It's got a creaminess on the nose too, to go with kind of what you were saying about hot chocolate.
It's like marshmallow.
Yeah,
it's
like a vanilla-y, marshmallow-y.
I forget what's in this, to be honest.
It smells really good. I'm going to say that.
It does smell really good.
There's a slight black licorice on the end of the nose.
I think there's some spices in this.
I don't know.
I forget, so I'm not leading you.
I mean, honestly, it tastes like a pretty straightforward porter.
Yeah.
Not like Baltic style, because that gets like into a little salty, or like a robust. It's more of like a low-key type porter.
It's easy to drink.
Very easy. A little bit thin on the mouthfeel, not in a bad way. So where it's like very heavy, like cocoa in the nose, it's there in the flavor, but it's less so than what it is nose-wise. It's good, though.
It tastes good, yeah. Like I said, it's easy to drink.
I do like that.
It's a good... I can see this as a holiday beer because at a party when you're eating and you want to drink a little something, you don't want to have something too strong or something that's going to overpower your food. I feel like this could be a good pairing.
It's got a nice bitterness on the end, too, that kind of helps balance that chocolatiness out. It's a good beer. Man, this is a hard decision.
You got two that you liked.
Okay, so obviously my number 3 for this episode is going to be Beer B.
Right.
The one that's
that was
like...
pretty obvious.
Yeah, that's very obvious. I'm having a hard time with 1 and 2 on this.
Listening to you critique the beers, I feel like you seemed like you liked A more.
No, you're right. Yeah, because I've just been going between the two to figure this out, and it's not by a lot.
They're both very good beers.
They are. So my number 3 is going to be B. Obviously, my number 2 is going to be C, and my number 1's A.
Okay.
And should I just, before you say it, before you reveal what they are, put them in their position? So there's the flying... I mean, the flying dog is going to be, honestly, usurped by
2.
A and C.
Okay.
So, for me, A is going to be...
Number 1.
Number 1 overall thus far. C is going to be number 2 overall thus far. And B is going to be number 5. Ahead of the Shiner.
So Shiner's still bringing up the rear.
Yes, because it tastes not right. It tastes artificial and not great.
Okay.
All right, go ahead.
So the loser of the episode, Beer C, is by Victory.
Wow, okay.
It is their Merry Monk. And you got it because it's Belgian.
Belgian, totally Belgian.
Belgian style ale with cranberry. You got the orange peel.
Okay, yep.
Cinnamon and nutmeg.
I think I said those as well.
10%.
Or no, I think I said mace.
10%.
Yeah. It doesn't taste like 10%, though, I will say that. But the syrupiness gives that higher ABV away for sure.
And Victory's out of Downingtown, Pennsylvania, and this is in a 12-ounce bottle.
So it's also been quite a while since we've had a Victory beer. Just like last episode, I said it's been a while since we had a Flying Dog beer. So this is cool for that.
Yeah. So I picked this one because it was like a little bit of it. It's a different style, but it still has the holiday kind of spices with the cranberry and the orange and the spices.
Definitely. I'm still...
We're just both not huge into Belgians.
I'm going to try it again. I'm going to bet you I'm not going to pick out the cranberry.
I'm going to try it again, too.
No. That's that. Like, it's some sort of fruit. Like, I can't pick it out as cranberry. No way.
I mean, I'm getting the orange.
Yeah,
the spice level is even really low. You think it's higher?
I'm getting it. It. As it's warming up, it's becoming more prominent for me, the spice. But I'm also very sensitive to spices in beer.
You are.
So, yeah. Okay. So, what was my number 2 for this episode? And number 2 overall, actually.
Yes.
This one.
The stout, right?
Yeah.
Or porter.
Yeah.
So it's called Office Party.
Is that... Hold on. I don't see what the label is, but I see it. Is it Sierra Nevada?
No.
It's not. It's their style of...
Stubby bottle.
Stubby bottle, yeah.
Yeah. It is... Arbita?
Abita? That was going to be my second guess. Abita. Yep.
They're out of Abita Springs, Louisiana.
Yeah.
I don't even remember the last time I had one of their beers.
Forever. I think the last one I had of theirs was their Purple Haze. Long time ago.
Yeah. So it's their Office Party. It is a stout, holiday stout, brewed with cocoa nibs, cinnamon, vanilla, and nutmeg.
It's a good beer.
And it is
legit good.
6.8%.
It's legit good beer, man. Nice. You're definitely drinking that one.
Yeah, I did like that. So I feel like I picked that because it's obviously a holiday stout. It's got the spices in it. Office party, haha. Everybody has office holiday parties.
Plus, there's a really good Christmas movie called Office Holiday Party. Or Office Party. Office Christmas Party.
Yeah.
I think is what it is. It's really funny.
We watch it every year, but we can't remember the name. Okay, so the overall winner of this episode and the winner overall...
Unless we do more episodes.
Which we probably will, because this has been fun.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun.
Is a holiday ale by Two Roads.
I was literally going to guess Two Roads based off of how the can looked. I know what their art looks like.
It's 12-ounce can. It is 7.3%. And it is their Beer de Noël. It is a Saison.
What? Okay.
I looked it up. That's what they said. Look it up. Because I had to look it up. I'm like, what is this? What kind of beer is this? I just bought it. I didn't even know.
That tastes nothing at all like a Saison.
I think so. Look it up. Do you have your
nothing at all like a Saison. Does it say Saison?
No, I looked it up and that's what it said.
Says.
I'm pretty sure, unless I was looking up the wrong beer.
Okay. Two Roads.
Two Roads. And
Two Roads. What's it called? Holiday Ale?
Holiday Ale.
Holiday Ale. Okay, I'm going to look it up.
And Two Roads. I'm trying to figure out. Two Roads.
It's a Bière de Garde.
Bière de Garde.
Which is kind of similar. It's a little bit Saison-ish.
And they're out of Stratford, Connecticut.
I mean, it tastes like a lager.
I don't care what it is. It's delicious.
It is very good. It tastes like a lager. That's a good one.
So this is like, it's like the flavors don't remind me of a holiday Christmas beer. But definitely the can, it says holiday ale. It's red and green. It's very decorative on the can.
It would go well with food.
For sure. Yeah. It's
100%.
definitely very good with food. Definitely great at a party.
All right. This was cool. So we'll probably do another episode and add to this ranking maybe 2 more. I don't know. It depends.
I got to figure out how many more holiday beers I can find.
I mean, there's probably,
there was
you really
a lot.
search.
I didn't even know. I can definitely pick up probably 6 more. There was a lot.
It's up to you. However many you want to do, it's up to you. But yeah, it's fun. Thank you for doing this. And to be honest, maybe we should do this with some other stuff too. Yeah. We could do a trade-off and we could do IPAs at one point. We could do stouts at one point, stuff like that. Maybe a local, I don't know. Mm-hmm. Figure it out. But that could be fun. But yeah, let us know your feedback if you have a particular leaning. Do you want us to, after we're done with this, do something very similar with a certain style of beer or anything? Email us, brutalbattlepodcast@gmail.com. We are on Untapped. I'm Carlton Malabuse. All one word spelled as it sounds. You are?
Ruby Reb 62.
And Instagram?
Brutal Battle Podcast.
And then please rate us and review us through whatever podcatcher you use to listen. iTunes helps us the most, but, whatever, you can rate us. Also, word of mouth is very helpful. And if you want back episodes, you can go to brutalbattle.com or you can go to archive.org and just search Brutal Battle because that's where we have our files hosted and everything. And I think that's everything. This has been fun. Thanks, everyone, for listening. And until next time.
Keep it brutal.